Let's talk about TikTok, a platform that I've talked about countless times on the channel, or at least mentioned countless times, and a platform that very clearly I have a problem with. And throughout my time of doing YouTube, various people have obviously asked me what exactly my problem with TikTok is. And fun fact, I was actually going to do this as a tweet where I was just going to take a clip from one of my videos or streams where I actually explain this and then just refer to clip every time the question is asked. But then I realized I never actually properly explained it, which is exactly the reason why I'm making this video. I'm gonna safely assume that the reason a lot of you think that I have a problem with TikTok is because it's a platform for short-term content, which for a lot of people has had a detrimental effect on their attention span. And although this is definitely true, it's not the main problem I have with the platform. It's not the reason I hate it so much. Because we've had platforms like this before. We had Vine back in the day. We had Musical.ly before TikTok. So we've had platforms like that before, but TikTok is different. Obviously, the first difference with TikTok is the fact that it's significantly more popular than Vine and Musical.ly ever were combined. I mean, name one single person that you're actually close with who does not have TikTok. Well, beats me. And then there's me, a guy that doesn't have TikTok on his phone, who's had a TikTok account in the past, but the only reason that account even exists is because I did it for a sub goal. And then I uploaded a few YouTube clips on it and then gave up on it because I just didn't care enough. It's gotten to the point where last week at college, I was talking to someone during the break and she mentioned something that I had no idea what she meant, so I asked her about it and she replied that, oh, it's just something from TikTok. To which I replied, I wouldn't know anything about that. After which she looked at me for a brief period of time before asking, what do you mean? Don't you have TikTok? And that's not even a joke, that's word for word what she said. To which I replied, no, I don't. I don't want my attention span to be absolutely ruined. And then she walked away. This is usually how my interactions go with people from Gen Z. Which brings me to my second point of my problems with not only TikTok, but I guess kind of with society as well. Trends. The fact that so many people follow the same trends. Obviously, I get that you're trying to relate to the things that you see your friends do, and you think, I'm gonna do that too because my friends are doing it. That's that like social pressure factor, and I'll get more into that later. But another issue I have with TikTok is a lot of trends that come from it. They're just fucking awful, honestly. I mean, let's go down the list of some of the biggest trends that have come from TikTok. The first one, I would argue the skull emoji. What the fuck? The second one, replacing every pronoun with the word bro. Why? What's another big one? Subtitling every piece of content that you upload. Very, very unnecessary. Why do we keep doing that? And the worst part about this one is, from my experience, when I've tried to talk to people about it and ask them why that's necessary, I shit you not, multiple times have I gotten the reply of, if you don't want to subtitle the content that you upload, you are just lazy. So I don't really know what to even say to that, because just... in what world does that make sense? But it does genuinely annoy me. Like, YouTube has a built-in feature for subtitles. I get that, and TikTok doesn't have that. But I personally genuinely prefer watching videos without subtitles than with subtitles. Because if anything, the subtitles just obscure a part of the screen of what I'm trying to watch. And like, I can perfectly understand everything anyway. If it were possible to make it an optional thing on TikTok, because for example, I think there's already multiple platforms, or at least multiple softwares, which you can use to, I think it's like, let AI subtitle your videos or whatever. So like an AI will recognize what you're saying in the video if what you're saying is, you know, clear enough. And then they will generate the subtitles for your video so that you don't have to do it. I think a lot of people already use that kind of software. So if that could get integrated into TikTok, we would have an option to turn subtitles for content on and off. That would be a really good change, because I know that a lot of people would keep them on, but if something like that would be integrated into YouTube, I would turn it off. Obviously, YouTube already has its own subtitles system, but as we all know, it's not that great. And one of the biggest issues that I have with TikTok is just the content itself that comes from it. So I've got YouTube in front of me. Now, if I type in funniest TikTok videos 2023, whatever it recommends me, I don't really care. Let's do this one 1 month ago, and let's just watch this for a bit. Let's watch like the first 2 minutes or whatever. I should not be laughing this hard, and skull emojis.
What does he say?
I don't know. I just be making stuff up.
What, when that was playing just then, what were you saying?
Hippopotamus.
Humor.
Excuse me, could you please record me for just a second?
Yeah, sure.
Stop recording! Oh my god.
And this is what people find funny, ladies and gentlemen. Causing public disturbances for no reason. Yippee! Alright, well, that was a baby one, so I'm just not gonna react to that, because if it was up to me, I would drown that baby in the milk.
This snow is no joke. And it's really, it takes a lot of getting used to, but I'm here for it. If you're thinking about driving today, be prepared, stay cautious because it's coming down pretty heavy. Back to you, Courtney.
And lastly, one of the factors that I wanted to touch on, which is also one of the biggest ones, is the way that TikTok, I feel like, just changes people. I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of people that started behaving differently because they were influenced by others through TikTok. And I'm not saying that that's only been happening through TikTok. That's probably happened through even YouTube content or anything else as well. But I think that TikTok right now is one of the biggest ones in that factor. I feel like, and this is just me talking from personal experience, so you're free to correct me in the comments, I really feel like TikTok has made people be more... What's the right word for this? I don't want to say aggressive, because that's not the word that I'm looking for. But what I'm trying to say is I feel like because of TikTok, people have started making fun of each other a lot more. And I know that that's something that people have always done, especially in high school and all that. But I can't help but feel like TikTok almost kind of encourages it. I mean, for those of you that are watching this video that actually use TikTok yourselves on a daily basis, think about this. How many times have you gotten a video in your For You feed or your recommended section, whatever the fuck it's called, of someone recording either just some random dude or recording his friend or whatever that, I don't know, tripped over something and fell on his face, and their friend is recording them and laughing at them for it? I feel like I see this shit all the time, and it's shit like that that pisses me off the most, just the way that it's making people act. I'll probably make a part 2 of this video, because there is some more stuff that I want to touch on with this topic. I just don't really have the time to record right now. I'm really curious what you guys think about this topic, so please let me know in the comments. And once again, if you have disagreed with anything that I've said in this video, don't be afraid to let me know in the comments. I'm not gonna like bite your face off for it, even if it might look like I might.